Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Heart to Heart talk show, a special that we are having this evening. Yes, on this Saturday evening, and we are asking you on YouTube, on Facebook to come on in. Please click like, share, subscribe. We're going to ask you to get all the folks in who are struggling, who are saying there is nothing happening in life for me. I am poor. I am broke. I am needy. I'm living from hand to mouth. Oh, me. Oh, my. Pretty baby, don't be shy. So there is hope. We have come on this Saturday evening while you're cooking your red pea soup, stirring that big pot with that ham that you have from Christmas, and you have it right there. We are saying that there is hope, and we are giving you time to come on in. Yes, share with your friends, your family, even your enemies, if you would dare to tell them that there is hope. They can be better. Maybe if they had more money, they would be less miserable, your neighbors, and fasting in your business and looking over the wall. They too can tap into wealth, and they too can improve themselves wherever you are in the world. Welcome, Jones from St. Elizabeth, Sir Jones and Mrs. Jones. Wherever you are in the world, friends who reach out to me from UK, Debbie, come on in. Yes, friends from Brazil, from Japan, wherever you are coming in from, please share this, copy the link, and put it in somebody's WhatsApp, somebody's Instagram. Where my Instagram folks at? I'm trying a thing. I see you all out there. Amen. Yes, Chris Lord, join. We are talking today how to tap into the wealth of online businesses. We're saying it's possible to become a millionaire through online business. And we're homing in on a very specific business today. Not just any, there are myriads of businesses out there. Many have started, blossomed, and failed overnight, but there is still one standing strong. Over 30 years, standing strong. We have had them on the program before. We dissected them. We gutted them. We asked them the hard questions. They smiled through it. They answered. In fact, we were made converts. And so I have to start with that declaration tonight that I too was converted. And I too, over the last 2 years, have tried my hand at this business. And we're here to present it to you. You know I'm a trusted voice. You know I am a trusted voice in the field. I've had many programs here, and a lot of you have been with me through it all. I am a trusted voice. And if I say something is good, it's good, because you know I do my analysis. And we publicly, you were with me 2 years ago when we had the IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing representatives here, and they spoke about their business model. We tested the business model. We did the litmus test. And we are here to report success. This thing actually works. There is a multi-trillion-dollar US industry, untapped potential that's out there. And all we need to do is apply time, effort, creativity, pray, work hard, and you can be a millionaire. Say it with me. I can be a millionaire. So we want to do a further test tonight on that principle. Yes, there is a business model. Yes, you can start your travel business. But is it just for the lady at the top earning multi-million dollars? Is it just for the people at the top? Is it another scam? Is it another scheme? Are you being played? Are people really benefiting in the middle and at the bottom, with the greatest part, the third estate? That is it a pyramid scheme? What is different about this travel industry that's taking the world by storm? The brick and mortar travel agencies are getting afraid. There are about 30 of them in Jamaica. I have tracked them. They are getting afraid. They are now releasing things to try to lock down the online travel agencies, because all of a sudden people don't have to wait till 9 to 5 to book. Now they can, by WhatsApp, have an agent with them 24 hours at 3 o'clock in the morning and booking hotels. Right? You shouldn't, but I'm just saying, I choose to answer when I'm up. So people are getting worried because wealth is out there being tapped into. People's lives are being changed. You're going to hear tonight about people building their house in Portmore. They can show you picture and video of their houses being built and extended in Portmore through the travel business. People have bought cars, paid off loans, right? People are not living from hand to mouth in this industry. Of course, some have failed because maybe they didn't pursue the right thing. But we want to talk tonight to a millionaire, someone who has made it, who has shown others the light how to make it. And so that's enough of my diatribe tonight. I want to welcome you again to the Heart to Heart Talk Show, a special edition where we talk about the online business. Is it real? Can I really broke out of brokenness? So let me invite tonight Director Denesha Bailey, the #1 income earner in the Caribbean region. She's a Black woman in Jamaica, and she's earning over $8,000. $8,000 per month. What would you do with $8,000 at least per month? Somebody drop it in the chat. What would you do if you were a 3-star director earning at least $8,000 US, not Jamaican, US? Do the maths. Start with an exchange rate. Go low. Start at 147 exchange rate. Do the maths and tell me, what goal could you possibly accomplish with that potential? And that is the least. We're talking about unlimited potential. So I have a number of representatives online as well, and I'm sure they will come in at some point when we ask for testimonials. Some are pastors, some teachers, some communication executives. I'm seeing folks dropping in the chat, more real estate. Jones down St. Elizabeth is going to purchase more real estate once they sign up. Jones, you're signing up tonight. I know you. I know where to find you. Welcome, Hunter, V Hunter. Welcome all the guests, all the persons tonight who have come in. Kenisha is saying she's going to give extra tithing. She's giving to the Lord. She's going to get her dream house, and she's going to invest in real estate. All right. So throughout this conversation tonight, I want to drop in a little word about legacies, leaving legacies. So without further ado, Director Denesha Bailey is with us tonight to answer the hard questions. In a high inflation economy, she is going to answer that question of wealth creation. Is it possible to be wealthy through the online business industry? I want to hear her tonight answer our hard questions, and you're going to get that opportunity tonight to talk to her, a millionaire. How many of us have an opportunity to talk to a millionaire face to face, a free conversation? You asked me before I came in, is this free? Is this free? This is a free conversation that can change your life. Director Bailey, welcome back to the Heart to Heart Talk Show.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. Thank you. Thank you so very much for such a gracious introduction. And I must caveat quite a few things that you said earlier. But with the online industry, people actually talk to a lot of millionaires every single day, right? They just don't know. They just don't know. But it's definitely a pleasure to be back. Super, super happy, every single time we get to share more with individuals. As one of my coaches, Mr. Orlando Moore, tends to say, it's knowing it's not knowing that doesn't cost you. So the information is free. It's not knowing that costs you, right? And so we are putting people on, we're showing them how to get in position where they are able to access additional income, multiple streams of income, where they are able to build wealth from this opportunity that we are a part of. So thank you so much for having me on. And thank you so much for jumping on board 2 years ago and, seeing the fruits of your labor in this business.
Yes.
Tasting the pudding.
I had to, and I'm getting fat. So I had to declare my hand at the beginning. Business Ethics 101, declaring my hand. I have a hand in this business, but I'm able tonight to ask objective questions because my audience, they are very discerning. They're from all over the world. I see you on YouTube, folks, on Facebook, on Instagram, all over. And they are very discerning and they deserve the truth. And we're not here to put any wool over people's eyes. We want to get up some question. Welcome, Director Jones. Did I see Director Jones? All right. Welcome. Welcome, my coach, Keisha Lowe Lewis. And I'm sure she'll give a testimonial. Maybe someone in the business. Feel free to turn on your camera, folks, if you want to. Let folks know that you are a real testimonial, a living testimonial. Sharon Brown Roberts from St. Martin says she wants to finish her house. Sharon, you're signing up with me tomorrow, a Sunday, church day. All right. So, Director, straight up question. Do online businesses work? People are tired of being scammed and deceived, heartbroken, their money, borrow money to start these things. Do online businesses work?
Yes, they absolutely do. No, I must say that there are a lot of things out there. And so any adult, anything that you are going to invest in, it's very important that you do your research and that you talk to as many people as possible to see, what's happening in the industry that you are planning to invest in. It's also important to look at the product that you are planning to invest in, because that also plays a factor in your level of success, because we do have a lot of companies out there that come into the Caribbean. No, they are not pyramid schemes. No, they are not Ponzi schemes. They are legitimate businesses. But one of the things that I find is that the product that they're selling doesn't work for the Caribbean market, or they do not have the payment system in place for distributors in the Caribbean region. So it's either the product doesn't work or the payment system doesn't work. And if none of those things work, then obviously you're going to have more people failing than being successful. And it's usually at that time that, people get frustrated and then they say, oh, it's a scam, or it doesn't work, or anything of the sort. But what I love about the opportunity that we're a part of, it's travel. It's a service industry. And we're in the Caribbean, and most of the Caribbean economies are built on tourism. So we understand travel. It's literally right there in our backyards. If it wasn't lucrative, the major hoteliers from around the world would not be building more hotels, bringing in cruise ships, etc. So that is what makes our business different. So yes, people can make money in the online space. There are various things that you can do, but one of the best things to do is to invest in an already established network because that's going to make it easier for you. And plus, there's more support where that is concerned.
So the business that you are proposing tonight for persons to get involved in would be IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing. Tell us about your success story with these entities.
Well, I started back in 2018, and I'm just going to be very transparent with my journey because that's what we do here. We want people to really understand that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not overnight success. So yeah, I started in 2018. In fact, I saw a post on Facebook from a known associate of mine. And I remember reaching out to her, asking her, hey, what is this about? At the time, I was in the Dominican Republic working on a major conference for the University of the West Indies. And I remember she shared with me that, oh, it's a travel business that I just started. But in all honesty, I don't know if it works or how it works because I just got started. I said to her, send me the information, let me take a look. I remember joining a Facebook group and I saw where other people were saying that they were making money from booking travel. And I was already traveling for work, so it sort of made sense to me. And I said, all right, I'm going to get started. She couldn't believe when I told her, send me the link to sign up. 3 months in the business, I really didn't do anything much because I was busy with work like most people are. So I didn't have the time to put into the business, to be honest. So those first 3 months, I would say, was a failure on my part. I wasn't marketing. I did book one trip because we had the conference. So I booked the hotel for myself and a couple other people who were traveling with me from Jamaica and around the Caribbean. And I think I made a little over $100. So I knew that it worked, but I mean, it wasn't anything substantial, right? I remember in my 4th month, life happened, and that was when I started taking the business seriously. And within 6 months of putting in consistent effort, I was able to match the income that I was making on my 9 to 5. So my take-home salary was being matched by my plan B, right? My little side hustle. And then within a year, I doubled that. Within 2 years, I tripled that. So I went from making just about $3,000 monthly at UE to over $8,000 in my side business. And in 2021, I decided to donate that good job back to the Jamaican economy and go full-time in this business. So that's my journey. As I say, it wasn't hurry come up. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of effort, and it took a lot of consistency.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that effort and break down that effort because some people have tried and some people have failed. Correct. But not just this, but just differently in life, people have tried stuff and they have failed. They hear that it works for others. So we hear that you make over $8,000 a month. Is that really true? You want to, in Jamaica, we say, look in my eye and tell me the truth. Look in the camera and tell us, is this really true?
Absolutely. I mean, what I love about this company is that we don't have to sell frills and thrills. We don't have to convince people or beg people. The beautiful thing is that, the income that we talk about, it is real income. And I'm happy that I don't have to go on any platform to lie to people to say I'm making this amount of money when I really am not. In fact, I wish I was making more, right? That's what we're working on because my goal for this year is actually $21,000 monthly. That's what I'm working on. But my income averages anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 every single month from home. And at least $7,000, that's over $1 million Jamaican dollars, is residual. And that means whether or not I lift a finger in my business, I'm still going to make that. If nothing happens in my organization for the month, I'm still going to, at least over $7,000 will still be deposited in my account. And I mean, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. As we say in the Christian circles, my audience primarily are Christians. How can this thing be? How we talk about the effort. You talk about the effort. So you started an online travel business. yes, what was the effort it took to get this up and to develop your client base?
And I love that. And, I really, as I said, I want to be very transparent with my journey because I don't want people to, again, come in with unrealistic expectations. Because a lot of times why people fail at businesses or other things is because they come in and they expect that, they are going to start making money right away. Or, within 30 days, they're going to start making $1 million. Some people come in with that mindset, if in a week they're not making any money, they're like, oh my God, this is not real, right? But I always liken it to farming. You have to plant seeds, and the Bible talks about planting seeds. And it's not all the seeds that you plant are going to germinate and, are going to get to the point where you can harvest. But you still have to plant seeds. When you plant the seeds, you don't just plant the seeds and leave them. You have to water them, you have to add fertilizer, you have to remove the weed. But guess what? The most important part of farming or planting is that you have to wait on the process, because there's a process for everyone. And my process is different from your process. So you have your process and then there is the process. Because if it takes 5 weeks for the crop to grow, it's going to take 5 weeks. You can't speed up that 5 weeks, right? And I find that some people are not patient enough. So my process was simply this. As I said, when I got started in the business, those first 3 months, I wasn't putting in the time and effort. I had a very demanding position at UE, and I was traveling all the time as well. So it made it very difficult for me to put in the time that would have been required. But I remember in January 2019, we went through, I had some family difficulties, right? Family crisis. Things happened. My niece died. It was a lot of stuff that was happening around that time. And the death of my niece basically renewed my why, because she was 5 months old, went into the hospital for breathing difficulty, a public hospital. I'm not going to say which hospital it is right now, but long and short of it, due to negligence, her lungs collapsed because there was no doctor to see her at the time when she got there. So it took hours for her to be nebulized. By the time she got nebulized, it was too late. So she needed to go on the oxygen. They only had one oxygen tank at this big hospital, and somebody was on it. So by the time the baby got it, a couple hours later, her lungs collapsed. So she died. And I blamed myself somewhat because we were toying with the idea of, hey, should we bring her to Kingston? But the parents told me that she was okay. The doctors were seeing her, etc. So I sort of had some level of trust in the healthcare system. And basically that failed us. And I don't think I have forgiven myself as yet. I'm still praying over it. But one of the things I know for sure, Mr. Morgan, is that if I had the money at the time, my niece would not have been in a public hospital, sorry. She would have gone to a private hospital if we had the money. And so that renewed my why. That happened January 31st, 2019. And I made my first check from Planet Marketing the first week of February, to show you how driven I became, right? That was when I took the business serious. And what I did, I started working my job from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. I said, you know what? My business opens at 5 p.m. and I need to be home by 5 p.m. to start working my plan B. I stopped staying at work late because I used to do that. Oh, Denesha is not married. Denesha has no kids. So I would be at work sometimes until 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the night, especially when we had major events, sometimes 2 a.m., right? And I was working because, hey, I wanted to be that employee, And I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going for a long service award. I'm not going for employee of the month nor employee of the year. I am going to make this business become my plan A. And so I went to work on time, and best believe that by 4:20, 4:25, I shut down my computer, 4:30, I'm out the door. I cut off Netflix. I cut off cable, right? These were some of the sacrifices that I made because I needed all free time that I could get to be able to put in this business. I used to hang out with my girlfriends on Friday. We used to go to Barbican Beach to have food, or we would go to, what is the Mexican place name again? I can't remember.
Chilitos.
Yes, we used to go to Chilitos and have tacos, you know, whatever, hang out, chill. That became a thing of the past because my focus now was really on building this business so that I could have the income that I desire. On top of that, I needed to get student loan off my back because that same January, as I told you, a lot of things were happening. That same January, my account had gone into delinquency. And they had written me to say if I had cleared it up.
You were broke?
Yes, I was. January 2019, I had, I'm going to tell you how much money I had to my name. $2,500.
Jamaican?
Yes, Jamaican dollars to my name, right? So, because I told you, life was lifing. And I remember student loan had written me, my account was in arrears. And if I hadn't cleared it up, if I hadn't cleared up the arrears, they would have pretty much send my account over to the collectorate part where, you know, they're going to charge you way more. So I needed the money for that. Plus I needed to take care of my bills, right? And the funeral, all these things were happening at the same time. So those were some of the sacrifices that I had to make. Now, I find that a lot of people are not willing to make the sacrifice, and that's why they're not successful, because everybody is busy. But you can't be busy being broke, because at the same time, you are busy building a legacy for somebody else. How many of you work a 9 to 5, day in, day out, and then things happen in your life, you still can't take care of it, right? Things happen to your family, you still can't take care of them. Things happen to your kids, you know, the washing machine breaks down, the car breaks down, something happened to your stove, and you have to go and borrow money from people. Yet still, you're working a 9 to 5, and you're saying, I can't do anything additional. I can't do an online business because work has me busy, right? It's all about the sacrifice. Back to you.
Yeah, and there's also the fear factor. People are afraid of losing their money and not being successful. So we can address that as we go on. So
and I'd love to speak to that a little bit, right?
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be honest. The cost to start this business is $200 US, right? And the monthly overhead is $60. And the truth is, Terrell, if you are not willing to lose $200, to risk $200, or even to risk, because sometimes some people I'll hear comments like, okay, I have the startup, but I don't understand why I need to pay $60 a month. It's a business, it's not a job, it's not a hobby, right? If you can't see past that $200 or the $60 per month, you are never going to get to the $2,000 US. You're never going to get to the $600 US, the $6,000 US, the $6 million US, right? So you have to be willing to give up something. A lot of people want a lot of things for nothing, right? And they take the same approach to life. You don't want to lose anything. You don't want to risk anything. Then guess what? You are not going to gain anything. What, you know, they always tell you, no deposit, no withdrawal. No deposit, no withdrawal. No investment, no return. You can't expect to not sacrifice anything, not give up anything, and then you expect to get big returns. So while I understand that people are skeptical and they don't want to spend or invest, you have to do it wisely. Stocks is not for everybody. People go in stocks and they lose. People invest in stocks and they lose. But you know that it's a good form of investment, correct?
Yeah.
University is an investment. It's not everybody who goes to university come out and get a good job. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It is a risk. You have to go spend 3 to 4 years, and nobody guarantees you a job in your field when you finish and you spend millions of dollars. I spent millions of dollars on a master's degree that I didn't use. Right? We have so many professionals with degrees working in call centers for $4 an hour or $6 an hour. Why is that? Right? But because you know that you want something better, right? You have to be willing to make the sacrifice. You have to be willing to make some form of investment.
Yeah. To put that in context, Shanice, I acknowledge your hand up, and I also acknowledge a question from Karine. All right. So we're going to get to you. We just want to finish the conversation shortly and then get to you. To put that in context, a lot of the questions client asked me, where are you located? Because the fear factor of spending their money on the client side. So I say to us on the seller's side, those who want to start this digital business, and you're thinking about that 200 US one time and the monthly $60. Think about the cost of a brick and mortar business, a place that you're going to have to rent a shop at a plaza, or if you're rich enough to build your own place, but typically rent a store in a plaza at least $40,000 to $60,000 Jamaican a month, plus maintenance, plus the overhead of light, water, staff, and whatever else add-on costs, say almost $100,000 a month to maintain a brick and mortar business versus a digital business from your phone, folks. Literally from my phone. I was at the beach today, Fort Clarence Beach. I'm going to put the videos up on my social media. Booking travel on the beach. There was no JPS bill, no water bill, no staff to pay but me and my good up wife. Oops. All right, just kidding. Just me. All right. I paid her in food.
I hope you're paying her enough.
I bought her fish. So, folks, think about it. Just think about it. The digital space has revolutionized business. You don't have to open the door. You don't have to wake up and open no place and use mop and bleach and clean out the place.
Can I add some statistics to that? If you talk to some of the brick and mortar travel agencies, I know one in particular, she'll tell you that it takes approximately 30,000 US dollars. That's her annual cost to stay in business. That doesn't include the monthly fees. This is just for like the licenses, credentials, that she needs to cover on an annual basis. 30,000 US dollars. And then in addition to that, then you have the monthly overhead expenses, paying staff, utilities, the rent for the space that they're using.
Yeah.
So it's quite exorbitant. And you know what I look at too, Tyrell? For example, the other day when my biggest booking that I did was 24,000 US dollars. And I probably paid out $5,000 out of that, because I subcontracted some people to assist with the itineraries, because it was 50 plus itineraries that I had to do. So no ways I'm going to sit down and do all of that by myself. So I subcontract people, and I probably paid out about 5,000 for that. That was my overhead, you know. And then it's the same $60 I pay to keep the business open.
Yeah.
But look at that, $19,000 in profit.
That's amazing.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Let's talk about that profit. Yeah. Let's talk about that payment plan. Let's bring up that. That's what people want to look at to gauge their level of investment. Talk to us about your payment plan. How do we get money? What do we get? What can we possibly get, you know, in this business? Folks, as you look for that, folks, let me welcome you on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're coming in from. We're talking with a multimillionaire, a Jamaican woman, but she's not located to Jamaica alone. She's giving to us a business wherever they're registered, whatever countries she will mention that you can sell travel from your phone. from the beach. You can possibly get this business up to a place where you leave your 9 to 5 if you so choose, or continue, as some of us continue as a additional side income. So she's going to present to us how we can get that income, what it takes to do that. Go ahead, Lady
Awesome.
Denisha.
So understand that the $200 that you pay covers two businesses. Number one, you have your travel business where you are licensed under our host agency as an independent travel advisor with IntelliTravel. Now, IntelliTravel is going to provide you with all the tools, all the resources, the training, certification courses. They're going to give you access to thousands of vendors and suppliers worldwide, where you have access to book travel for anybody anywhere in the world. So you're going to have a personalized website. So that's your own.com. Your friends, your family member, they can go on, book travel for themselves, but you earn commissions. You're going to have access to vendors like Expedia, Expedia.com, Delta Vacations, Disney, Royal Caribbean. So all the major cruise lines, hotels, tour companies, you're going to be able to do insurance. You're going to have access to them through IntelliTravel. Now, IntelliTravel also gives you access to, well, not just IntelliTravel, but being a part of the travel industry, you are able to access perks and courtesies for yourself and your family when you travel, because now you're traveling as a merchant. Now, IntelliTravel pays 70 to 80% of the commission that is built in. And I want to break that down for you, because, Terrell, what a lot of people don't know, and this is the biggest secret of the travel industry, and most of the brick and mortar travel agencies, this is what they do not want you to know. They don't want you to know that every single time you book travel, you're giving away money. You're leaving money on the table. So when you go on Expedia, for example, and you book a hotel, you did the work, but the hotel is going to send Expedia a commission because you did it on their portal. If you do it directly with the property, they're basically going to keep the commission, right? So the commission is already built in. So how it works, let's say you book a hotel for $1,000 and that hotel pays 10% commission. That means that $1,000 includes $100 commission for the travel agency. So when the person books on your website or they book through you, the hotel is going to send IntelliTravel, our host agency, that $100. IntelliTravel is going to pay you 70 or 80% of that $100. So that means they're going to pay you $70 or $80, right? So that is the terms and conditions that you have with our host agency. So you earn 70 to 80% of the commission that is built in. Now, IntelliTravel has guarantees in place. Number one, they give you access to the best travel price guarantee. That means you're able to compete with other vendors and suppliers in the industry. You're able to meet or beat prices. They also give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So for those people who are skeptical, you're not sure if this business is for you, you get 30 days to come in and test it out. If it's not for you, if it's for you, you stay. If it's not, you get your money back in full, no questions asked. And then we also have the unique profit guarantee, where the company says, make a 1-year commitment, because the truth is 30 days in a business is not enough for you to see the income viability. So spend a year, and if within your first year of business, you followed our proven success system, you realize that you have not made a profit, they're going to cut you a check of the difference. Worst case scenario, you walk away at break even, right? Now, that's the travel business. So remember, the $200 gives you two business. So that's the travel business. Now, IntelliTravel has partnered with a marketing company called Planet Marketing. And Planet Marketing basically sells the IntelliTravel opportunity. That means through Planet Marketing, we are able to empower other people just like us to become entrepreneurs in the travel space. So if you want to become an independent travel advisor with IntelliTravel, you have to go through a Planet Marketing representative. So you cannot just go directly to IntelliTravel and sign up with IntelliTravel. No, you have to go through a Planet Marketing representative. Now, as a Planet Marketing representative, the company gives you access to 7 additional streams of income, including weekly income as well as monthly income. So every time you share the opportunity and someone partners with you, the company pays you a $50 direct sale commission. Now it's unlimited, so you can share it with as many people as possible, and there are no quotas. That means if you choose not to share the business with anyone, no problem. You can just decide to focus on your travel business because there are no quotas and it's your business. You choose what you want to focus on. They also pay you a 50% match every single time the person who partners with you makes a direct sale. And then you have 6 levels of $10 team bonus that you can tap into. You also will have the opportunity to earn 10% overrides. So that means you're going to be able to earn travel commission overrides as well as residual income overrides. And then you have also monthly streams of income, the residual component, which pays out $4 per person on your team every single month when you have a minimum of 2 business partners. And then finally, there is a directorship bonus that kicks in when your team grows to a minimum of 100 active independent travel advisors. And so the commission starts at $500 US all the way up to $100,000 US every single month. So, Tyrell, that's basically the compensation plan. Imagine getting paid 4 to 5 times for the month minimum outside of your 9 to 5. And the final part of the compensation plan is the legacy component that Planet Marketing has in place. And this is where once you become a Planet Marketing director, in the event of your death, whatever income you were earning will continue going into your household. Now, every single time I think about this, Tyrell, to be honest, it brings tears to my eyes because nobody ever thought of my family in that way, right? My parents couldn't have given me that legacy, but just to know that being a part of this business, I don't have children as yet, but I already have a legacy in place. If anything should happen to me, all my income will continue going to whomever I put as beneficiary. And if that is not major, I don't know what else is, because no company that you'll work for, no job is going to give you that, right? You cannot own your job. You cannot pass on your job to your children. But this business, you can definitely will it to your children. So you're able to leave a will and not a bill.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of an online business that has such a powerful built-in reward mechanism. Even when I die, all the people I've recruited, I can still, in my death, earn from these folks. Wow. So from the beginning, from life into death, you're saying this opportunity takes care of you. All right. So I'm sure folks have questions. I see Shanice hand up. We can talk some more about some other stuff. Let's take the question first in the chat about Expedia.
Yes.
How can I compete? Yeah, with
Expedia. Such as Expedia.
Mm-hmm.
So Karine, the greatest thing is that Expedia is our partner. So we have access to their travel agent portal. So we're able to book directly on Expedia and earn a commission from doing so.
In fact, I would turn it around to say Expedia works for me.
Indeed.
Because I put them to work now when my customers come to me and I search on their platform with my preferential rate, because I've seen some rates 41% less than the market on Expedia. You understand? And I've given clients rates that they could not find anywhere. So people may ask, oh, why do I need a travel agent? Why do we even need a physical travel agent? Why do I need anybody? Well, can't I do this myself? Yes, you can. But the partnerships that we have will...
You are muted.
Yes, up to 41% savings. Who would not want 41%? And plus, those who reach out to us for groups, who is going to handle the headaches in your group when you have a group of 45 to 100, 150 people. Who is going to take on that headache? It's going to be a travel agent, a digital travel agent. So Shanice, you have a question? Shanice? All right.
Yes. I do. I actually have two questions. I forgot the first one. So the last one, the lady that was speaking, I forgot her name. The guest, right?
Denesha Bailey.
I'm sorry?
Denesha Bailey?
Denesha Bailey, right? Miss Bailey. She said that with the startup, which is 200 US, you would actually be granted or be allowed to operate two businesses, correct? That's what she said.
Correct.
One being the travel agent, being a travel agent, and the other, she said, could you clarify that? The other was what again?
Planet marketing, where you're able to share the business with other people.
Planet marketing.
Referral marketing.
You said that the main overhead company is
IntelliTravel.
I said two companies, IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing.
Right.
Both companies have partnered to offer this opportunity.
But then you were saying in order to do the second business, you would need to go through
No, you're confusing yourself. I said in order to become a travel advisor with IntelliTravel, you have to go through a Planet Marketing representative. So the person who invited you to the Zoom tonight, they are not only travel agents, but they are Planet Marketing representatives as well. Does that make sense? That is why they are able to share the opportunity with you. So we make money both ways. I have my travel business. I book travel for people, but I also teach people how they can become travel agents as well.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I'm just wondering, as somebody who just is starting out, how would I get to that point?
We have a system in place. So probably the person who invited you, they're just starting out. The person who I enrolled with, I told you she started the day before. I got started one day before me. And look at me now.
Oh, yeah. So are you saying at the moment that you would have signed up, you can go about advertising and
right away. You can start making money right away. It's a turnkey business.
In fact, let me add to it. You get a free website immediately as you pay. In less than 5 minutes, you get a website, part of the IntelliTravel.com with your own name attached to it. So for example, mine is tyrellmorgan.intellitravel.com. So people will just go there now and they'll be able to book their flights, book their hotels, cruises. I've had clients book cruise with me while I'm sleeping. You just go on, type the cruise you want, the date, the ship, you choose everything, the type of room you want. And I see ching ching. I'm in my bed. I'm carrying no lies. And I hear ching ching coming in. Somebody's booking a hotel in Panama. Right? They just went on my website, book it, and the accounting software is so wonderful. It does everything on the back end, calculates my commission. I don't have to do anything. All right. But there's another option where I can get these suppliers. I can get quotes for clients, do comparative quotes, manage group bookings, more complicated bookings. I do those and work out the cost for the client, send them an invoice, and I get paid as well. So there are many ways to it.
So right? I just remember my first question. While she was sharing, she said that other than the 200 US, you pay a monthly fee of $60.
Yes, that's your operating fee.
Okay, so you pay that. So are you saying that the moment that you start, you pay like $260?
No, or you pay $200. That's your startup cost. your monthly overhead kicks in 30 days later.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's break down, director, that 200. How much of that goes to Planet Marketing? How much of that goes to IntelliTravel? And also
Correct.
break down the monthly 60. How much goes to IntelliTravel? How much goes to Planet Marketing? I want you to think of it, folks, as wife and husband. IntelliTravel, wife and husband. Lack of a better analogy.
Cool. That's correct.
All right.
So 1995 from the 200 goes to Planet Marketing. This is where you are able to exclusively sell the IntelliTravel at-home travel business to people in your network and earn commissions from that, as well as giving you access to 7 streams of income and a legacy component. And then 179.95 goes to IntelliTravel. This is what gives you the licenses, the credentials, your payment gateway, errors and omissions insurance, your marketing and sales tools to be able to operate your very own home-based travel agency. So that's how the $200 is broken down. 30 days later, your monthly overhead kicks in. $19.95 again goes to Planet Marketing, and then $39.95 goes to IntelliTravel. So each month you are paying $60 to keep both businesses open 24/7. And Tyrell, I kind of want to break it down bare minimum, because sometimes people ask me, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna let the red in me come out. But it's an $8 trillion industry, and people are worried about making $60. And sometimes it begs the question, is it that people are just lazy and nonchalant? Because in all honesty, bare minimum, if you enroll one person in the business for the month, that's $50. An average room, and the average Jamaican spends a 2-night stay, right, at a hotel. Let's take Bahia, for example. If you sell one room for the month, you can make $80 to $100 in commission. Am I lying?
True.
80 to 100. And business partners in the chat, you can let me know. Am I correct? If you sell one room, average Bahia. I'm not even saying Sandals or on Coral Springs or
Moon Palace.
Reckless or Moon Palace, right? Average, because we're doing bare minimum, right? Bare minimum, $80 to $100. That's one room, 1 2-night stay. You book one family for the weekend. For the entire month, that's $80 to $100. And you enroll one person in the business. You share it with your people in your network. One person said they're going to sign up with you. That's $50. So if you book one room and enroll one person, that's $130. You're already in profit mode. So don't tell me that you cannot make $60. Some people decide that they're not doing the business because they don't know how they're going to pay the $60. That shows me that you're not willing, you're not ready to do the work. Because it's, yeah.
Yeah. And this is a serious business, folks. It's serious. You are in the travel industry, you're offered insurance that you can sell on to your clients. So there's coverage, there's legal coverage, there's marketing coverage. They actually, in fact, one of the tools they gave us, Branch Up. I don't do any marketing. It does all the marketing for me. Out there, you can advertise on WhatsApp Business and Instagram, and I'm overwhelmed. I have to stop my ads sometimes. The amount of interest and conversion, not just interest, but conversion. You can also, visa training is a part of the thing. You can do visa. Visa is a whole world by itself. I have to stop my ads because I'm overwhelmed. I have an 80%.
That's an additional business by
I have an 80% success rate. So a lot of people want me to do their visas for them, but I have to, because I have a 9 to 5. I need to get out of my 9 to 5 and get into it. But this thing works.
And that's what I'm saying to people, because it's like you can create different businesses as part of this business. If I tell you how I run my, you would not believe it, because I run my business as a whole consultancy, right? And I focus on business travelers. And my thing is, not only do I provide, so everything falls under a consultancy for me, right? I'm including events as part of what I offer. So meetings, workshops, conferences, I'm taking care of all of that, right? And then I'm adding my travel business as a vendor because they have to pay me separately for that portion. And then I add my travel business as a vendor that's providing flights, hotels, the flight, the hotel, airport transfers,
Airbnb,
insurance, right? Everything that they need. So it's like there's just so many. You have some people who just focus on cruises. That's a whole another business to itself.
very lucrative,
right?
too. Yeah.
Very lucrative.
Yeah.
One cabin is giving you commission anywhere from $150 to over $200 for one cabin.
And nobody goes on a cruise alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have a hotel. 45 persons want to go to Rio Negril. Right here on my phone, folks. I can show you. I'm a minister of the gospel. I don't tell lie. If 45 people want to go to Rio, and 45, right? You're talking about at least $5,000 US
in commissions.
Anyway. So I see somebody inboxed in the chat privately that they have tried Amway, tried Avon. How is this different? I think we just answered part of it. Avon and Amway, you can't sell Visa.
Let me the first part of what I said.
Yeah.
Guys, these businesses work, but you have to ask yourself the question if the products work, right? Because you're gonna have to sell. I was supporting somebody with Amway, and what they're focusing on for Amway, really and truly in Jamaica, are the health and wellness product side. Those pills are expensive. Those supplements are expensive. I spent $20-something thousand for 30 days. So the average Jamaican is not going to buy that. So you're not going to make any sale. That's the truth, right? You try Avon, the products are expensive. It's the same thing. And then you have to get inventory. So you have to purchase these things sometimes. And then
Walk up and down in hot sun.
My auntie and my mother, them still have Amway Mary Kay stuff. I think I have some upstairs too, right? But understand that you don't have to convince people to travel. Like, I don't need to tell you that you need to go down on the beach this weekend with your wife, right?
Yeah.
If somebody's birthday is coming up, more than likely they want to go to a hotel. The anniversary coming up, it's the same thing.
Summer coming up, foreign trip, airline tickets.
You don't have to tell people to travel. People travel for various reasons. People travel for leisure. They travel for business. They travel for medical purposes. They travel for religious purposes. Some people are just looking at booking flights. That's not travel, right? That's low-hanging fruits. There is so much more to the industry that can be explored, and that's quite lucrative. Some people find a different niche. So, for example, I know there's this young lady who does, she is a marriage counselor, right? And what she has done, she has added a retreat to her counseling session. So each time she finishes a session with a couple, whether it's 6 weeks, 3 months, there is a 2-night stay built into that.
Wow.
So she sends them to a hotel at the end of their counseling session.
Ideas.
It's built in. I'm not giving you any ideas, but it is built into her package. So whatever she's charging them, the cost for that is included, right? Some people do wellness. Some people do special needs. We have a business partner who she focuses now on Disney. She just came back from Disney last week and she took 100 children, right? Made over $10,000 in commissions. Filled an entire flight. Listen. There's a whole lot to do.
Someone says she has been doing visas for people. WhatsApp me. You want sign up to make this business? If no one invited you specifically, please WhatsApp me. I just dropped my number in the chat. Please WhatsApp me. Sign up Let me take you to the next level. Let me take you to an 80% success rate. Let me take you and teach you UK visa, US visa, Canadian visa, Schengen visa, and teach you to book travel all over the world, anywhere in the world, not just Jamaica, we can book travel. People don't know in Russia we can book travel. We have global platforms, Expedia Tap, that we are part of, that has hotels all over the world. Director, somebody, okay, let me let me allow Kenesha Morris. Is it Kenesha?
Yes.
Yes, Kenesha Morris. Then Shan.
Can you hear me? Good night.
Yes.
Okay.
So my main concern is the level of competition, because for one, I am working at home now for a travel agency. I work for Princess Cruises, and I know everything when it comes to cruising, when it comes to visas, when it comes to benefits, and so much more. But this seems like a very, very good offer. This seems like this is something that I've been praying for, and I've been wanting, to be honest with you. I've tried Amway, I've tried Avon, I've tried TLC, and to be honest with you, I regretted every single one of
But you
them.
haven't tried travel.
No, I haven't.
Right.
So trying travel now, I'm with Princess Cruises, who is a subsidiary of Carnival. So I know
Yes.
everything when it comes to cruises.
Mhm.
And I really want to try this, but there's something in the back of my mind that's saying, hey, this is just too good to be true. Is it?
Well, here's what I'm going to say to you. Like I tell everybody, I can't guarantee, we can't guarantee that you're going to come in and make money. You have to come in and put yourself out there. That's how it works for everybody. We all started from the bottom. We all started out not knowing if we were going to make $1. I didn't know if I told you, I didn't make any money in the first 3 months in the business, but I stayed because I know that I did not give it the effort or the time for it to be successful, right? And sometimes a lot of people are not honest with themselves, right? I coach a lot of people, and sometimes when I tell them what to do, they don't do it. So you can't expect that you're going to be successful if you're not willing to put in the work. So it wouldn't have been fair for me to cancel the business and then say, oh, I paid 360 is $180, and I never made any money from the business. It was my fault. So I said, you know what? I am going to give it the time and the effort to see if it would really work. So what I would say to you is come on in, try it for yourself. You have 30 days to see what you have access to. Nothing is too good to be true. I told you guys, it is hard work. We have a system that is simple, but it's hard work. Nothing in life is easy. So we may talk like it sounds easy, but it's not. You think when I was doing that booking for 50 people, you think that was easy? For 3 months, I barely slept, right? I was buying the Suppergen coffee. That's what I was surviving on. And I was sleeping in my office. I have a couch in my office, and that's where I would fall asleep most nights because I was up. I would finish probably working around 2, 3 a.m. and I would be back up 5 a.m. because arranging travel for 50 people coming from at least 15 different countries, booking all those flights, making sure that the hotel, booking in transit, listen, it was crazy. But I made 24,000 US dollars at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
I'd do it again. So understand that you work hard for your job. That's the reality. You work hard for your job, you know. You work hard for other people. No, all we're saying is take half of that time and put it into something that you can benefit from. And look at it. Tyrell is still doing this business part-time. We're not telling you to quit your job. You don't have to quit your job. You can still do your job, stay in your career. We have lawyers, doctors, teachers, preachers. They are still doing their full-time career, but they are monetizing the travel industry to bring in those additional funds that they're adding to their savings, right? And allowing them to be able to travel more with their family. I'll answer this question, how is your earnings taxed? Do speak with a tax professional. I am full-time in the business, so therefore I have to file my taxes. So should you once you're over 18 in the jurisdiction that you are in. But if you're doing it part-time, remember that your income is gonna be taxed based on the threshold and how much is being taxed from your 9 to 5, etc. So the good thing is for you to speak with a tax advisor. No, I am in Jamaica. I still live here. I'm not going anywhere. Why going anywhere when I can stay here and make the money?
Exactly, which answer one of our questions. Can you make wealth? Can you build wealth through online business?
Yeah.
And especially those of you who are in Jamaica, yes, you can.
Anywhere in the Caribbean. Listen, I would tell you to stay home and build a business, because the truth is we have that phenomenon in the Caribbean where a lot of people travel to the US, Canada and the United Kingdom in search of a better life. My parents did it, right? And you're working for little or nothing. You're working in less than desired conditions. You're away from your family. And even now, people spending hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get across to Mexico to get into the US. Very treacherous journey, right? Just to go and work for $15 an hour, $10 an hour, $20 an hour, right? When you basically, when you can stay at home and build a business online, stay within the comfort of your homes, within your same country, right? And you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave your children. You don't have to leave your family, right? Somebody asked, I spoke about 24,000 US dollars, that before or after tax? That is before taxes. And remember that's one booking.
Yeah.
My income is taxed on an annual basis. And I mean, like, for example, last year I made over probably close to $20 million or more in total.
Jamaica.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
All
yeah. Over $100,000.
Yeah. PBB is 60. Yeah, the 60 covers part payment for IntelliTravel, that's your travel agency. And the other part for Planet Marketing is network marketing aspect. All right. So for example, folks, once again, for emphasis, tonight, let me choose two persons. If I recruit, yes, PBB, Jones, if I recruit Jones tonight and I recruit Tashika Weller, yes. If I recruit you both tonight, I will earn 50 US per person. If Tashika and Jones recruits Sharon and Shanice, I'll earn 25 US. And then if everybody stays in the program, we'll earn $4 US per person each month. All right, so that's income. In terms of the 60 US, the overhead costs, I'm not understanding. Listen, there's no overhead costs. It's just operational costs. The 60 covers, basically, to remain a part of IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing.
And let me answer this question quickly. In the US, tax is crazy. Yeah, anywhere in the world, tax is crazy. Tax is one of the things that they say one thing for sure, death and taxes, right? But residual income is sure too. Can you make money without recruiting people? There are no quotas. You have two businesses. If you decide that you just want to focus on booking travel, that's okay. You have access to 8 streams of income. If you want to just stick to one, it's entirely up to you. You're not forced, but you can book your travel, make your money, and go home happy if you decide you don't want to tell people how they can make money too. Yeah.
Which also answers one of the questions that was inboxed about what's the difference between us and Avon Amway. It's not a multi-level marketing business, but it has a network marketing aspect that if you choose, but it's a travel business at its core.
Let me help you to kind of break that down. When people say multi-level marketing, it just means multiple income being paid out. And if you think about your job is multi-level. because you have the president, you have the managers, you have supervisors, you have the regular staff. Do they all earn the same income? No, they don't, right? It's multiple compensation being paid out simultaneously. And when you're at a job, like something that I don't get, where people would say, oh, why do I need to get to this rank or get to that rank and the people at the top? When you're in a job, don't you aspire to get a promotion? You want to stay at the bottom? No, you want to become a manager, right? Most people aspire to become a manager. Why? Because you want to make more money. It's the same thing over here. We have different levels. So I'm a 3-star director. My next rank is 4-star director. That means I have a team of minimum 1,500 people, right? That means I'm going to earn more. Keep going, right? But that doesn't stop Tyrell from coming in and making more money than me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So folks,
you can never make more money than your boss.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. I just heard what you said you made for the year, $20 million. You would have made twice what a typical CEO in a Jamaican government company would make.
Yeah. Somebody told me that the other day and I was shocked. I was like, oh, wow.
There are directors in central government who are earning maybe $2 or $3 million a year.
Yeah. And I was making about $3.2 million working at you.
Yeah. Someone is asking about the training. Is 500 persons that she's supervised, correct?
No, my team is over 1,400 now.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're a 3-star director,
but
supervising.
No. We have different levels of leadership.
Okay.
So I have directors in my organization. I have directors in training. I have goal builders. And so we work accordingly. So no, I'm not touching all 1,400 people.
But we can emphasize every day there's training opportunities in the WhatsApp group, live on Zoom. Every day you're trained. In fact, they start the day with prayer. You want to talk about the typical day for a travel agent when they come?
So what I want people to understand is that you're not just purchasing a business and then you're left to figure it out on your own. We have a system in place. And I think what has really helped our organization is that we remain very tight-knit. We ensure that we have the WhatsApp support group. So you're placed in a WhatsApp group where you have access to directors, senior business partners, different leaders, not just the person who enroll you in the business. Now, is it a perfect system? No, but it works in general. So we share, there's a calendar that we put out in the group every day. It starts off with prayer. Then we have inspirational morning vitamin where you get to hear from the top leaders in the company. And then you have different types of training. And then you have, for example, opportunity meetings where you can share the business with other people. So you have to learn how to leverage, and you're not expected to attend every single meeting. No, you go to the ones that you are interested in. The ones that are important, we usually highlight and let you know. Like, for example, we do travel training every Wednesday and Tuesdays, and there's a team training that's going on right now on Saturdays, right? So these are the things that we have in place. We have an onboarding session for you Tuesdays and Thursdays, and orientation on Sundays. So when you come in, we help you to basically assimilate in the system where, you can be independent as soon as possible. But don't feel like you're going to come in and you have to figure things out all by yourself. As we tell you, you're in business for yourself, but you're definitely not by yourself.
Folks, we have spoken to somebody tonight who was broke from 2,500 Jamaican dollars left in her account. Broke. Not broke like dog. Maybe a cute poodle dog from uptown St. Andrew. She was broke. She was hurt by life, by the loss of her niece. She was overwhelmed and stressed out at a job that she couldn't move beyond the ceiling. She has moved from the University of the West Indies job, right, to being a 3-star director in an online company, booking travel from her home, from the beach, from the mountains, Blue Mountains, earning at least $20 million last year. That's 8,000 US dollars per month, talking about booking travel and recruiting persons, residual income, people who sign up with her and who sign up with the people she signed up. She's earning income all the way down. 8 levels of income can be earned in this at least. What are you waiting for? As we wrap up tonight, is there anybody else in this Zoom tonight that have benefited from this program that would want to let your voice be heard? Those on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever they can hear that you too have benefit. Do you want to put up your hands? Let me take 2 testimonies. We're in church tonight. Somebody inbox the altar call. Yes. Decision time. Do you want to continue on the hand to mouth pathway, or you want a different thing?
What is asking, how do you support part? Most people who do the business work part-time. PBB, it's part. Most people do it part-time. So the trainings are after work. They're in the nights.
Yeah.
And most of them are recorded. So you're able to go back and watch the recordings at a time that is convenient to you. Do you want to take this last one? I think it's Kamika Francis.
Yes. Go ahead, Kamika.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
All right, so I have one question about the taxes. So I know that the funds are actually sent to a bank account, right? When it hits the bank account, how is it taxed in Jamaica? That's what I want to understand.
Right. So Kamika, remember that you're an independent contractor. You are responsible for your own taxes. So as I had mentioned before, I'm not sure if you got cut off, but you have to speak with a tax advisor for them to help you to file your taxes. Because what you pay, remember that when it comes down to your business, you pay taxes on your profits. That's one. Secondly, the amount that you pay is going to depend on whether or not you would have reached the threshold from the income from your 9 to 5, right? So it depends on your 9 to 5 income. That is going to affect how much taxes you pay on your extra income. So you have to speak with a tax professional to guide you as to how to file your taxes.
Okay.
And we are not tax professionals.
All right. Director, you want to expand on how we're paid? You mentioned straight to bank account. You want to mention the cards?
Right.
The cards.
And what happens when you get started, an online payment portal is set up for you, and you have different ways of receiving your commissions. Some people opt for it to go directly to their bank account. That's a possibility. But most of us choose the prepaid Visa card. The company ships the card to you. And each time your commission is paid out, it goes directly to that card. Now, it's a prepaid Visa card, so you can use it online. You can withdraw US dollars, or you can withdraw local currency. You can use it at the supermarket. You can use it at the gas station. You can use it around the world when you travel. In fact, that's what I use when I travel. My blue card.
Yeah. I use mine at Scotia. Any Scotia or NCB machine that converts US dollars as well. You can draw the US from it as well. Folks, it's real. It's real. It works, Tamika. And I have my 2 card.
And then Sharon, if you do not sell tickets as fast as possible, how will the business grow? You have to grow your business. You have to market your business. I remember that this is not about selling tickets. Tickets, you're talking about just flights. You have access to booking everything, hotels, cruises, car rentals. So it's not about selling fast. It's about marketing your business, putting yourself out there, letting people know what you have access to. That is what is going to grow your business.
I have another question.
Okay, Kamika.
Go ahead.
All right. So, for example, like for the visa application is something that I like to do, right? But I know if I do it on my own, most times I'd have to put my name to say that I'm the one that, do the application. But in terms of for the business now, is there a business name that you use to say that this business did that application for this client? And what's the other question I want to ask? There's a follow-up question to that.
Well, I don't know to answer that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I registered my business, Heart to Heart Travels and Adventures. I'm tax compliant. And
Right,
I
so
registered my business. So I freely put it on it.
this is what I wanted to ask. If you had to register your business in Jamaica.
I would strongly encourage you to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It makes for good business sense. It's ease of access, dealing with hotels, suppliers, just that sense of accomplishment for your life. So it's not competitive to IntelliTravel or Planet Marketing. It's a part of you being a business owner. All right. So you can have your own brand. I think that's important also to mention, Director, on about the IATA.
Right, right.
Talk about the business, the legality of IntelliTravel.
Right. So when you enroll, it's sort of like a franchise model. So you are using IntelliTravel's licenses. So you don't have to get your own licenses. That's the difference, right? So you have access to the IATA, the CLIA, and the ARC. That is what we use with the vendors and the suppliers so that we're able to be paid the commission, right? Somebody was asking, do you have to use your name for the .com address? No, you can use your business name. And where registration is concerned, this is what I normally tell people to do. When you get started, remember that you start out as an independent contractor. Before you decide to go and register your business, you want to actually see what your sales volume is like, right? You want to actually determine if you're going to stay in the business. So I normally encourage people to do the business for the first 6 months to see how it's going for you. And then you go ahead because by then you should have built up a brand, right? Go and register your business so that you don't have other people out there using your business name. And this is important, especially if it is that you want to get a business account. And I'm going to talk about the reason why I'm talking about the legalities of this is because when I decided to go full-time, I had to set up all these things, right? And I purchased my first property when I was in a 9-to-5. My home that I currently live in, I purchased that when I was full-time. In order to secure the mortgage, the bank needed proof of my income, right? So they had to go through everything. So because the income was going through my business account, so whenever I got paid my commissions, I would send the monies to my local accounts. They had to verify, and this is another thing for those people who are wondering if it's a scam, if it's a scheme, if it is real. Guess what? Before the Scotia gave me that mortgage, because they're not going to give you a mortgage if your income is not what's the word? Verified.
Yes, the FATCA,
Right?
FATCA Act.
Exactly. They called Planet Marketing. They spoke with the legal advisor there. Planet Marketing had to send them a letter outlining my income, all of that. I had to give them a statement from I started the business in 2018, all of that, so that they could see the consistency of the income I was making. Also, another thing, they could not believe I was making so much money. So let me tell you that they did a lot of digging before they gave me that mark. They gave me a hard time, right? So that is why you want to ensure that you have things in place, because think about it. If you're making substantial additional income and you cannot prove where you're getting that money from, you cannot use it to say you're going to get a mortgage. You can't use it to say you're going to purchase a car, because they need to verify the income that you're making. And the good thing about IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing is that you have a commission tracking system in place. So you have a year to date. I can just log into Planet Marketing. If I want to pull my statement for 2020, I can. If I want to pull my statement from all 5 years that I've been in the business, if I just want 2020 for, I can pull that. So everything is being tracked. So you don't have to worry about tracking your income from IntelliTravel. It's the same thing. I can see the commissions that I've made from 2018 all the way over to now, right? So that sort of help you to keep your, for you to be able to apply, those business practices to ensure that you're accounting. And then you may want to get an accounting professional to help you with that, depending on, if you're making substantial income, you want to ensure that you're putting those things in place.
All right. Only 201 time US, Carisha, to start, and 30 days after 60 US monthly. That's all director pays
Right.
startup.
So one other thing, I never mentioned anything about PayPal. I said a payment portal. So if you are in St. Martin, yes, we operate in 20 plus countries, 13 Caribbean islands, the United Kingdom, the United States, Mexico, and we will be opening up in Canada and Germany pretty soon. In the Caribbean, we're in St. Martin, San Martin, we're in Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, British Virgin Islands, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, what's the next one? Anguilla.
Yes. I see the Canadians knocking on the door. My Canadian friends inboxing me, saying they're ready, Denesha. What's wrong? Why can't Canada get on board? They're ready. They're lined up.
Canada, their system is a bit different. So it's more so on IntelliTravel side.
Okay. All right, Canada, we're coming to you. I see you. I see your questions. I see your excitement. And they're ready. Someone is asking, where do I get $60 US monthly after just 30 days? Hello, remember? It's same day, 5 minutes after you sign up, you have a website. People can go and go. So you need to put in that effort. I would say if you're getting in a company now, if looking back, if I was serious about this thing, I would have resigned long time ago. But I wasn't serious. I spent a couple of months just not doing anything. If I could speak to my younger self, I would start developing a list of people beforehand, my friends, and start teasing them. Would you book travel from me? Would you, if you're going to the hotel, would you understand? So if you have 10 people in your life that would go to a hotel, 10 people that would buy a flight, 10 people that would take a cruise, you understand? Start develop that list, tease it, and take that leap of faith.
And again, Carisha, I'm not going to say it very nicely again. If you can't afford to lose $60, this is not the business for you. Business is not for you. Because some days you're going to have to pay out of pocket. That's just the truth. Because at the end of the day, remember, some business everybody's process is going to be different. Some people come in and they make money in the first 30 days. Some people don't. You have to decide, okay, if I don't make any money in the first 30 days, what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? What do I need to change? Or am I just going to quit and say, oh, this doesn't work because you didn't make any money in 30 days? I didn't make any money in 3 months, but it's because I wasn't doing the work and I had to take responsibility for that. But guess what? You see my $124,000 booking that came 4 years later, even if I had not made $1 the business from 2018 to 2022, guess what? That $24,000 would have been able to cover everything that I would have paid from 2018 to 2022 and then so. Right?
One booking.
So you have to be willing to risk something. Risk $60, and the truth is business is not for you. Yes, Carisha, you can use your phone. That's what most of us use. We're always on the go. We're not always sitting at a computer. So
all right.
How is booking with you cheaper than booking with the hotel directly? Most cases, but sometimes the hotels do have deals that are lower, but we are able to access those as well. You understand that you're able to shop around for the best prices for your clients. And let me just make this straight. This is not discounted travel. This is not cheap travel. I'm not going to tell you that we always have the lowest prices. That's not true. And no travel agency can tell you that. No business can tell you that, in fact, because it's not true, right? But we have guarantees in place where if your client finds it elsewhere at a better cost, you can go back to the vendor, you can ask them to match it or beat it, or offer your clients travel credits towards a future booking, right? So there are things in place to take care of that. And to be honest, I don't know what else you could ask for, right?
Yeah, yeah. And especially for booking groups, you don't want the headache for booking groups. For it's very stressful. So give that over to us. We have the experience. We can get you lower rates as well. Travel agents able to get group rates that you won't get elsewhere. We're able to do day passes as well for hotels. That's a great income stream. All right. So
another income stream within
Kamika, finally, we have to go. We have to let Denesha get her beauty sleep.
No, I gotta work.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so how do you make the payments monthly?
It's okay, so you use a card to get started, and whatever card you have on file, that's what they're gonna take their payments from.
Okay.
All right.
And that's our local, and that's a local account.
It doesn't
Any
matter.
card, yeah, any card.
If you use a Scotia card, if you use an NCB card, if you use a credit card, that's what they're gonna pull the
I see. Okay.
If you have a US bank account card, Chase, whatever it is. Long as money's on it. Okay. Yeah. All right, folks. I believe there are no more questions. If there are, please WhatsApp me. If you want to sign up with me, 876-517-1530. I have a special group. I'll put you in. If you came in tonight, somebody invited you, get back to that person and they will talk to you and sign you up. Talk to us. Ask us all the questions. We had all the concerns you had. We spoke to somebody tonight that was broke. She was broke like a dog. Broke and busted and disgusted, they would say. And she has earned 20 million Jamaican dollars, 8,000 US per month. It's possible. And she's not the highest income earner. There are others earning greater than her somewhere in the world. So, you know, she has not hit the roof, the ceiling. There is no limit to an $8 trillion US industry. People will always travel. People will always be lazy, always need somebody to book something for them. People just can't bother. People are fearful of putting their card online. People have all kind of emotional stuff, you know, but you are the agent that's going to handle it for them. You represent comfort. You represent convenience. You represent excellence. You are always open on your WhatsApp. I am always open to deal with my customers. You are experienced. You're brilliant. You are everything that they need to get through their visa, their air flight tickets, their cruises, their hotels. You are the point person and you can do it. I did it. You can do it. Sign up tonight and become that business owner. Take that risk. What if you fail? Yes, you may fail, at least die trying. You understand? Be bold. If you sit there on the sideline, you will never score the goal. You have to get on the field, score the goal, make the money. And when you make the money, pay your tithe from it. Honor the Lord. Take care of your family. Go out and eat steamed fish on the beach. Take a flight to Georgia, Florida, somewhere in the world, somewhere you have never been before. All right? So we got to go. We thank you online as we end the live stream. We thank you and we'll continue. I will stay on for a little while and I can answer some of your questions. But please, WhatsApp me, please. 876-517-1530. Share this video with someone and replay it in your quiet time. God bless you on the Heart to Heart Talk Show.